feel like this camera is on the right side? Why do I feel like I'm out the camera? Okay, let me sign in.
I'll click on that stream yard.
Yes. Yes. Okay, we got her on.
You can see me?
What's that sound like?
You still on. I just muted mine. But it seems like you're still doing feedback.
Okay, hold on.
Okay,
I think you need to mute something. Your phone or your computer.
You can hear me, Deborah?
Yeah, I can hear you.
It's from mine. Mine's muted.
Okay, hold on. Let me see. Yeah. Okay.
Deborah, you can hear us?
Mm-hmm.
You can hear
Y'all can
mommy?
hear me? Mommy, say something.
I can hear you.
I can hear her.
Okay, we doing it from my iPad and she muted her phone.
Okay.
I can't see the comments. This is not showing it to me. Hold on, let me get another device. Oh.
For some reason, I can't see the comments on my iPad, so I got to pull it up on my phone too.
That's why I always have my phone and the laptop. So I could do both.
Hello.
All right, I got it now.
Yeah, I had to pull it up on my phone.
Can y'all hear me? Welcome to the village. Welcome to the village. In case you have not heard, I am your queen lover number one. Welcome to the village, everybody. Thank you all for coming in. This is our first live stream of 2022. And I just want to thank each and every one of you for coming in. And I want to thank each and every one of you for being amazing supporters all this time. Welcome to the village. Let me introduce the two people that I love the most in the whole wide world. My firstborn, just say hello and send a shout out to Miss Honey. My baby girl, just say hello and send a shout out to Nakia B. I have my best girls on deck. We got a lot going on today, guys. We got a lot going on today. First of all, we definitely going to enjoy this sip and paint celebration. And also, we want to promote Skillstrap. I am wearing Renoma Empire's t-shirt. And I chose this t-shirt because I just love me some Renoma Empire. And she's super duper cool. She's down to earth. She's funny. And I really, really enjoy her channel. Shout out to Renoma Empire. Nakia B, who are you wearing?
I'm wearing Cubs Den, passionate, protective, productive, and triple P's. That's what I am. I love it.
It's super cute. And last but not least, Miss Honey, who are you wearing?
I am wearing blue jeans. And I just love the way he loved my mama. And this is believer, lover, advisor, creative king.
All right now. So those who may not have heard, Skillstrap is on the loose, and they have some nice merchandise. And I really like this. And let me just tell you a little bit about the t-shirt before I move on. And you ladies can do the same. This t-shirt have a lot of room. This is a 3X. I bought a 3X because I had packed on a little bit of pounds. And I didn't want to be squeezing into something on camera. But look at all the extra room, guys. It's so much room. I could have really worn this in a 2X with room. And it's comfortable. And what I love the most is I love the colorful green because I am a colorful person. And the spring is coming. And this is a super cute t-shirt. And you can bet your last dollar I'm going to get a lot of wears out of this beautiful t-shirt. So thank you, Skillstrap. And thank you, Ramona Empire. What do you have to say, Miss Honey?
First of all, I love the feel of it. The cotton is very soft. So it's very nice against my skin. I got a 2X, and as you can see, even though I am full size, it is very roomy still. It has a nice amount of stretch to it. I'm loving it.
And let's know Miss Honey is kind of full figured. So that's a beautiful fit for her. And I love these t-shirts. I'm going to enjoy this t-shirt. And guess what, y'all? For all of y'all that got that little sexy side to yourself and you like to flip-flop around in a cute little t-shirt with some boy shorts, this is just what the doctor ordered. It is super duper cute, guys. What do you think, Nakia B?
This shirt is so comfortable, and I'm a t-shirt and graphic tee girl. It's so soft, like my sister said. I got it in an extra large because we are blessed up here. So I thought the large was going to fit tight, but this does have a lot of space. I actually tied it in a knot to give me a little style, being that it's extra big. But it's very comfortable. You can dress it up, put it on with some ripped jeans like I got on with a heel, little knot in the front, or you can dress it down with some sneakers or some Crocs. So I love it.
I love all of them. And they're all different. We all have a different look in them. And that's just what I wanted to take place. I wanted us to have a different look so that you all can get to see how absolutely beautiful these t-shirts can be worn in different ways. And I'm sure I'll get a lot of wears out of this t-shirt. I'm sure I will. And it fits super cute. I can't stress it enough. And it's good material. This isn't one of them t-shirts that when you wash it, it's going to draw up, strain, or turn into garbage. This is something that's going to last you for a while. So Skillstrap, here's to you. We love y'all. Shout out to Ramona Empire.
Cubs Den.
Blue jeans.
All right, y'all. So let's move on because I know y'all here for the sip and paint. And we came to eat, drink, and be merry. I'm going to lift up the fruit I got. We decided to do healthy treats this time because, I've been going through some things with my asthma and my health. And y'all know I like to eat. So I decided to do healthy treats this time so that I can actually enjoy my stuff that I have. So for all of you out there, the weather is getting ready to break and we're going to be barbecuing and doing things. Let's try to choose some healthier choices. I'm getting older, my metabolism slowed down, and I really do need to work on my health and make sure that I'm able to be healthy. So with that being said, I just want to say, let's get into the sip and paint. We actually have a topic going on today, and the topic is going to be amazing. Hold on 1 second, guys. Okay, sorry about that. We're going to have a topic today that's a very sweet topic. Many times we forget to talk about our friends. And a lot of times, as I say, when someone passes on, that's when everybody want to start saying, oh, I wish I would have said something, and everybody want to get up in remarks and talk about how much they love that person. So what we decided to do today is talk about some of our childhood friends, talk about some of our friends that's our adulthood friends. And however we're going to do this, it's going to turn out super, super cool, where we can actually tell y'all a little bit about the people we know. And I don't know who they're going to talk about. They don't know who I'm going to talk about. But I guarantee you it will be interesting to know who is who. Let us pray because we haven't done that. So let's pray. Jesus, Father, I thank you, Lord. With everything I've been going through this week with my asthma, you allowed me to be in place. Father, I just thank you for constantly covering me in the blood of Jesus. Father, continue to put a shield of protection around us. Father, don't let nothing in this live stream that's not of you, Father. Father, let your will be done in this live stream. Father, bless this wine and food. Father, make sure that everybody that come into this live stream come in on the same accord with love, peace, and happiness. Father, make sure that our love bounce off the walls up in this channel, Father. Touch and anoint us, Father. Make sure we're in your will, Father. Father, take it and just move in your almighty way, Father. Father, I ask that you continue to bless this village, Father. And Father, I thank you in advance, Father. Don't let nothing evil come this way, Father. Don't let nothing evil come towards this channel. And Father, for everybody out there that's going through with their health, give them total healing right now in the name of Jesus, Father. Father, we ask that you move in a mighty way right now, Jesus. In the name of Jesus, amen, amen, and amen.
Amen.
Amen. Woo. Welcome to the village. Welcome to the village, a positive lifestyle. Welcome to the village. Wife is Q. Welcome to the village. Vern's Junk Closet. Welcome to the village. Donnell Brannon. Welcome to the village. Thank you for the super chat. Vern's Junk Closet. Thank you for the super chat. Donnell. Shanique James. Constance Washington. Thank you for the super chat. And let me just say this. We're not going to talk a lot about our family today because we do that all the time. RSM Rapper, thank you for coming in. Oh, that's all I can go up and see right now. Y'all got to excuse me because I'm still having some asthma difficulties. But I still wanted to come inside and, just have a nice time with y'all. Y'all accept me the way I am. Life with Susie, thank you. Thank you, thank you. we're going to start off from the youngest to the oldest. And we're going to start off just telling you some stories about a couple of our friends, our childhood friends. So y'all hold tight, and I hope y'all enjoy it. Nakia B, which friend you going to talk about today?
I don't know if it's safe to say the name.
Well,
because
we could make up a name, but I think we'll know who you're talking about.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure y'all know what I'm talking about. I'm going to say T. T, no matter where we went, it was always something. And it wasn't even her starting with other people, but she was very shapely. Even though we were young, she was very shapely. So everywhere we went, it was always something. And there was one time we went to a house party in Bushwick. And we in the party, everybody dancing, having a good time. All of a sudden, music stopped. We hear arguing. Come to find out, somebody's boo was dancing with T, and the girl got mad. 90% of the party was her family.
Oh, no.
So 90% of that house wanted to fight. And we was not in our neck of the woods. So the only thing we could do was grab our jackets and run. It was only 4 of us against maybe 30 people. We had to book it. I mean, book it to the train station just to avoid getting jumped by a whole house.
And mind you, at the time we was living in Brooklyn, New York.
Yeah. And I have asthma, so I'm out of breath, still trying to catch up, because I'd rather pass out from asthma than pass out from being jumped by 30 plus people.
Oh,
so God. Yeah.
It can be hard when you have a body, especially when you're very young. And, you know, these older women, they will jump on you and kick your tail, too, over these men. We done seen that happen more than it should have. So, you know, we glad y'all made it out safe and sound. Me too. And everybody, you know, was okay. Because I'm telling you, it's not easy. I can remember growing up and some of these grown women needed to go sit down because they would get mad because these grown men would be checking me out. And, you know, it's sad, but it happens. Miss Honey, do you have a story you want to talk about?
Now, let me tell you, first of all, I've been really, me and my friends, we done did some things. So I was putting some thought into which stories I could tell the internet and which ones I gotta keep to myself.
Whatever you do, just don't incriminate yourself.
Nah. I am very fortunate to have been blessed with some of the most amazing friends. And through the ups and downs of life, like some of them have just been nonstop constants. So I'm gonna tell y'all how I met Nikki.
Okay, tell us about how you met Nikki.
So it was during my wild and rebellious, I don't want to follow my mama rules. So I'm leave because I'm grown. I thought I was grown. And and I was at Covenant House, right? And it had to be about 11 o'clock. And all I hear is all this yelling, just yelling, right? And of course, I'm nosy. So I go to see what's going on. She is going off. Her roommate had Tourette. And so now it's nighttime, lights out, and the girl is on the bed over her, making animal sounds and whispering, talking about wanting to kill while she trying to go to bed. And she had hit her limit. That was it. That was it. She was like, we gonna have to fight because you gonna have to shut up. What is going on here? And we were young. You know, at that time we didn't really know what Tourette was. And to be honest, a lot of us really at that point in life hadn't had experience with people with severe mental illness. So that was like, what is this? Man, she went off. So finally, you know, they took the girl out the room or whatever, and you know, they kind of was like dispersing everybody, and I tapped her and I was like, psst. And we went across the hall to the bathroom, and you know, we chat, and we've been like this ever since. That is one of my biggest riders. That was 20 years ago.
Oh wow. That's so sweet.
Yep.
Well, I'm going to talk about a couple of friends. But this one particular friend I'm going to talk about first, I will never forget this because it was just hilarious, right? We was growing up at the time. We was staying in Crown Heights. And it was this lady that had a candy store, right? I'm not going to say her name because everybody knew her. And she was a mean, crabby old lady. But we was kids. And we didn't realize this lady was running a number hole out the candy store, right? Talk about, you know, the hood, right? And we were coming there in the morning with $1 or 50 cents so we could get some candy before school. But she trying to put her numbers in and make money. And we asking for all this candy she got to count out of these jars. And if you a little bit of age, you know exactly what I'm talking about. We used to could go to the store and buy the little candies and stuff for $1. And we would get allowance, and we would come in there with that dollar. This lady trying to put her number in, people trying to, you know, get to work, and we got her over there locked down, counting out candy. And she would yell at us, y'all. Y'all don't come in this store every morning with all that change and wanting all this candy. I gotta work. And we was kids. We didn't understand. We spending money in your establishment. So after a while, I got a brother. I'm not going to say his name, but everybody know which one it was because he was our little rotten, but he was always getting in trouble, right? And he would tell you like it was, even as a little kid. So one day he had it with Miss Krabby. And he was like, yo, how you going to get nasty and people spending money? You should be ashamed of yourself. And just started stepping to this lady, telling her about herself, right? So we all just looking. So she threw him out the store and told him, you can't come back in here no more. So now we got some new friends on the block, right? They moved on the block and they lived over us. And I was really friends with the sister, but the little sister was allowed to come and hang out with us because she had to drag her around most of the time. So we told them, we said, well, it's this store we all go to is in Miss Krabby. If you're from the hood, every store got a name. The Bodega, Miss Krabby, the one across the street from the Chinese store. You know, that's how we called the stores. So we said that lady is mean and her name is Miss Krabby. So just so you know, when you go in there, don't pay her no mind if she start yelling at you. Just get your candy, right? Long story short, we goes in there. This is after school one day, and Miss Krabby being crabby. So the rest of us had started acting a little snotty, right? Like, shoot, I'm still going in there because she had the best candy though, right? She had all the good stuff and the other stores didn't have it. But how you gonna have all the good stuff and be mean to the kids? Thank you for the super chat, Colestic. So long story short, we told them don't get mean or nothing, just get your stuff. But this day, I had it with her. And we went in there and she started as soon as we came through the door. Y'all that not coming here ordering all that candy. And I had my allowance. And I had like $1.50 and some money I had saved up, right? I start asking, can I have 10 of these, 10 of these, 10 of these? Until I spent it. Then my other homegirl followed suit. And she did the same thing. So she wasn't saying nothing yet. She was just looking at us, right? But you could tell she wanted to say something, right? So now the little sister, she looking at us like, why would y'all come in here and order all that candy? And you see that lady don't want to be bothered. So she went up there And she said, can I have 2 of these, 3 of these, 5 of these? That's it. So when she gave us our candy, she slung it to us, right? But being this little girl only ordered a little bit of stuff, when she went to give her, she folded the bag up neat and she handed it to her, right? And she was like, here you go, sweetheart. But then she almost had a good day, right? And then the little girl said, thank you, Miss Krabby. Oh, she didn't know her name wasn't Miss Krabby. We had talked about Miss Krabby so much, she thought her name was Miss Krabby. And she started calling her Miss Krabby. Oh, I thought I would leave here. It made my day. You hear me? It made my day. I mean, if it's anything I ever love to do, it is laugh. It's laugh. I love to laugh. And when she called her Miss Krabby thought she had did something when she gave her the candy and going to show her special treatment. But in your face, Miss Krabby. You see how God don't like ugly. He take care of his, don't he?
Won't he do it?
Don't mess with nobody, kids no more. Oh, she was too through.
Too funny.
Nikia B, do you have any more friends you want to talk about?
I do, but I think it's gonna go with other questions that you have.
What about you, Miss Honey?
I'm gonna wait till down in the questions.
Okay. So let me see. I got one friend I want to talk about, and then we're going to go into the questions about friends, right? I had met this young lady through my children's brother. He was dating her. And she took a special liking to me, and she just wanted to hang around me and stuff. So long after we broke up with these guys, she was still hanging with us, right? And she was like to come spend the weekend with me and stuff like that. So she came one week and she said, can I stay here for a couple of weeks? So I said, sure. So she was like, okay. So long story short, she came and she wanted to, hang out and stuff like that. So we had this big store in the community in Brooklyn, and it was called the Big
I knew
R.
it.
And the Big R was big like Pathmark. But the part I left out was my friend was a little bit special. And she didn't grasp stuff as fast as everybody else, right? So I'm cooking, and she decided to go to the store and get her a snack. So she said, I'll be back, y'all. I'm going to go to the store. I said, you want the kids to go with you? She said, no, I'm all right. I know where the store at. It was only 2 blocks up, right? So after I finished cooking, she still wasn't back from the store. So I said, well, what happened to XYZ? She just went 2 blocks up. I done cooked the whole meal and she's still not here. So Miss Honey said, Mommy, I think she lost. And I had a niece, Tasha, that was there at the time. And they both looked at each other and started laughing because they had been in the store with her before, right? So I said, knowing my kids, when they start laughing, is a method to the madness, right? So I said, well, y'all go to the store and see if y'all see her and bring her back. Because we can't have her stuck in the store lost, but I can't even wrap my brain around how somebody go 2 blocks up to the store and get lost, right? You done been here quite a few times in and out the store. They come back with this young lady from the store, right? She went with a wrap that was nice and, wrapped. She came back, her hair stand on her head. I thought she had gotten a fight or something. So I said, well, where was you? In the store. In the store all that time? And she only had a little bag or something, right? I got lost. How you get lost in the supermarket? So
You
I
should
said,
have seen her when we found her.
And then, listen, guys, how you don't see the cash register? Even if I was going up and down the aisles and got lost and looking for something, I know how to get out of the store. I'm going to get out that store. You check out One Direction. You talk about laugh your behind off. I was like, oh my goodness. So I told her, I said, well, you didn't see the people checking out? She was like, yeah. I said, well, you didn't have enough sense to get in the line and check out and then you go out. She was like, no, it was a big space. I didn't see the door when I was looking for the registers. I just seen people with their card. Oh my goodness, you talk about math. Like, how you get stuck at the store? Every time she went to the store after that, I would tell her, let the kids go with you, right? So one day, I wasn't feeling too well, and I told her, I said, if anybody call on the phone, you answer the phone. But she had a bad habit of trying to sound important on the phone, right? And she would get on the phone and she would go, hello, sounding like Medea, right? So one of my homeboys had called and stuff to see what we was up to. And she was like, well, she's sleeping right now. But sounding crazy, right? So when he called me later, he was like, yo, who was that answering the phone? They said it was the babysitter. So I said, nah, she ain't the babysitter. Why would she tell you she's the babysitter? He said, I don't know. That's what she said. She the babysitter, right? Who gonna leave their kids with a cuckoo clock, right?
That get lost in the grocery store.
The kids,
we was babysitting her.
And then he said, well, I don't know if you got her watching your kids or not, but whatever you do, you better hide the booze. He thought she was drunk. She on the phone trying to sound cool and sounding like a fool. You talking about laugh your behind off.
I have so many
Alex,
memories
welcome
of her.
to the
She was
village.
nice.
Jesus for all, welcome to the village. Melda 242, welcome to the village. Welcome to the village, everybody. Oh, I tell you, we had some crazy stuff. I even had this one little friend, and my mom and dad, my parents, they had 9 children in common. And every year they would take half of the kids down south and half would stay. So this year, my parents decided to let me stay back with my dad, right? So he figured, okay, since you got to stay back, I'm going to show you a nice time. So he said, I'm going to go run and do a few things, but when I come back, you be dressed and I'm going to take you out for the day. But when he left, one of my homegirls came, right? And she was like, where you going? And I was like, well, my dad getting ready to take me out. You want to go? So she was like, cool, I ain't doing nothing. I'll go with y'all. So when he came back, my friend was with me. He was thinking just me and him was going to spend the day, but I'm a little kid. I was about maybe 6, 7. No, I was a little older than that, maybe about 10. So long story short, he was already mad because I done invited this girl on a father and daughter day trip, right? So he was like, all right, come on. But now that just cuts your money in half because I got to pay for her, right? And my dad had this thing when he get mad at you, he would act funny, right? You would know he mad, and I do the same thing, y'all. You always know when I'm mad because I shut down and I'll just act corny with you, right? So we get in the car and he just look at me and he had this look out the side of his eye like, I'm going to get you later, right? So I wouldn't look over there because you ain't about to mess up my day. I'm going to still have fun wherever we go. So he pulls over at this place out in, I think it was South Seaport where you go fishing, right? I guess he figured he going to get me for me bringing her because my dad know good and well nothing about me say I want to go fishing. And if you know anything about me, you know I don't want to go fishing. So he looked and said, get out the car. We get out. So I said, you know what, make the best of it. He done went and got hooks, this, that. We trying to fish, right? Now, this is a classy establishment, right? It's not no mud hut fishing pond. This is a beautiful deck and all this stuff. They had little ponds with little small fish in it down around the deck and stuff. So he told us, go ahead, throw your hook. I wasn't having a good time. We wasn't catching no fish. So he was still waiting to see if something was going to get on the hook, and we done wandered off doing something else. But when he turned around, my friend was down in the pond, right?
Yeah.
And she done took her
No.
jelly off, right? She had on some plastic jellies, and I guess she figured since we couldn't catch no fish down in the pond, she was gonna take her shoe and catch the fish in the little thing
Lord.
going around the deck, right? So I'm looking like, oh well, that's her shoe. She down there in the stuff. So he turned around, right? Now, mind you, we out here with these people that's upper class, and she down in the pond with her shoe off, trying to catch fish. And one thing my parents couldn't stand was for you to embarrass them, right? So he looked around and seen her, and he instantly got mad. And he was like, let's go. So I was like, oh no, I'm in trouble now, right? So we got in the car, and he had told me we were going to get some ice cream too. So I'm thinking we must be just going to go get the ice cream, right? What was I thinking? So she in the back seat, she's still trying to dry her shoe out or whatever, right? He just ain't saying nothing. He just driving, right? So we passing all kind of places with ice cream and pizza and all kind of stuff that we usually would have pulled over and, got something, right? Then I started realizing we was going back towards the house. So I was like, oh no, we done got, cheated out of the snack. We got back to the block. He was like, y'all get out. So I was like, can we go on? He was like, you ain't getting nothing. And tell your company to go home. How you go fishing and you don't know better than to take your shoe off at an establishment fishing for fish in the little cute pond? That's not the pond. I promise y'all, I could pick some friends. I ain't even gonna tell some stories because they just bad. Okay, we're gonna start with the questions, and we're gonna talk about, trying to be cute. Y'all know what I'm talking about. We got some questions that we put together. And we're going to talk about the questions with you all. So we're going to start with Nakia B. We didn't even give you the questions, did we?
Mm-mm.
Okay, well, Miss Honey, you start with the questions.
Well, if I say the question answered.
You got the questions, Miss Honey?
Yeah, I saved them. Hold on.
Well, while you're fishing for questions.
Question number 1. No, I'm ready.
Okay, go ahead.
No, question number 1. Name 3 of your favorite childhood, adulthood friends.
Okay, start with you, Nakia B.
Childhood / adulthood, both.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. I'm gonna have to say Selena. That's the kindergarten. Selena and Candace come as a package, so that's one.
That
count as one. They sisters. That count as one. I'm gonna go with Stephanie, and then I'm gonna go with Matt. Yeah, I know Matt. That's my best friend.
You wouldn't say Matt, baby. Listen, there's gonna be some smoke in the city.
So those are my 3. I have more, but I consider them as like my sister. So I'm gonna go with those 3. So if y'all watching this, don't text my phone because I consider y'all as sisters.
Okay,
This seems like such a small number.
Mm-hmm.
Like, all right, so I'm gonna say it like this, right? If I had to say my childhood friends, right, I would say Christina, we got in a lot of trouble together. We got a lot of trouble together. Also a lot of trouble together. And my brother from another mother, Larry.
I know it. I know
you know it.
Yeah,
you know it. Now my adult
that Larry story, that was hilarious.
you know, he all adult and mature and stuff like that. So I gotta only tell the good stories, not the ghetto ones. I actually just talked to him the other day too. Hey, bro. Now my adulthood friends, it's so hard to pick because like I got to start in five. I
Okay.
don't know how to narrow it down to three, but my starting five is my best friend Sherry, my best friend Nikki, my bestie Jelly, a girl, and then my two male besties Dre and Tay. So
All right
I
now.
could I guess I cheated too. I couldn't pick like just three. Your turn, Mama.
Okay. I'm gonna start with my friend Nisi. God bless her, she died, but she was one of my first hairstylists, and she used to do my hair. And she was the first person that did my hair the way I enjoyed my hair looking, because everybody that called themselves a hairstylist totally is not a hairstylist. So I really enjoyed Nisi. She was cool, and that was my concert friend. We always went to concerts. She was actually one put me on to concerts. And me and her, we hung out and we did a lot, met guys and stuff like that as well. She was cool, really, positive young lady, because, I grew up with a lot of people that wasn't always the most positive, to be honest. But she was nice and she was a good kid. Then I have a friend that was my friend since the kindergarten. Her name is Belinda. And let me tell you about Belinda before I go any further,
Mom, she
right?
can't even count. That's auntie now.
Right.
Right, but I gotta tell this story for a reason. I was 5 years old and I went to kindergarten. And I used to be a crybaby, right? I was in school crying.
Used to be.
Well, I'm a crybaby. And I
Oh, okay.
was in school crying. I was having separation anxiety. I was not used to being away from my mom and family. And, my mother couldn't keep sitting in school with me. So,
You had grandma sitting in the school with you?
yeah, she had to sit. The teacher was like, you got to sit with her because we just not getting ready to have her here just crying for no reason.
Mommy.
Yes, and I mean, I would cry for a good while. It wasn't like just for a few seconds. And how we became friends, one day she came up to me and she was like, don't cry. And this was about 2, 3 weeks in. I was still crying.
Mommy.
I was
You shouldn't
still
even tell
crying.
this
I
story.
am appalled.
I mean, I was still at school crying, like, somebody had did something to me. And now kids who was good kids were starting to get sick of me too. Because it wasn't but 1 or 2 kids crying, and the other kids had done adjusted, and I was still crying. And some of the cryers were starting to get sick of me. Like, come on now, you still crying.
Uh-uh.
So, long story short, she came with a bag of candy, right? And anybody that know I'm greedy, right? I like to eat. And she was like, you want some candy? And I was like, yes. And she started giving me candy, and all of a sudden I stopped crying. I stopped crying to eat the candy, right? So the teacher sat her next to me because she realized that this little girl had a gift. Even if it was a bag of candy, she knew how to give this girl a bag of candy and get her to quit crying. And, that's how we became friends. And then I'm going to do one more friend. This friend here, this is like my best friend in the whole wide world. Everybody know that's my peoples. And we found out we cousins, right? But we didn't know we was cousins for years. We just found out a few years ago that we cousins. And she's in the stream right now. Her name is Constance, but we call her Ta. And me and her came from the same community, running up and down. try to just enjoy life. And we met through friends in the community. And from the day we met, it's like, I always say we didn't know we was blood, but it was a soul tie there because we just was inseparable. And from that day to today, we still have that same soul tie. I don't care what we go through, how small, how big, somebody gonna crack and say, let me call her because nothing could happen and we not gonna be close. I have a whole bunch of cousins. I'm not even gonna start naming them because I have so many and we were so close. We are close. So I didn't name my cousins because I didn't want to fill up the stream with cousins. So shout out to all my cousins. Okay, let's move on to the next question. The next question, out of all your friends, who would you consider to be your secret keepers? You got to name 3 from your childhood and 3 from your adulthood. Who would you consider to be the ones that would keep your secret when you was a child?
Because a lot of my friends were siblings, so they felt like it wasn't telling if they told the other one because they were still in the friend group. Let's see. Yeah, I'm probably gonna say Selena, Candace, and Tabitha, because there's some things that we done did that you don't know about. So
I need to start passing out whoopings. Let me know who need a whooping right now. Because I just discern that somebody needs a whooping.
Yeah,
by the time this stream is over.
So those are childhood. It's gonna be Selena, Candace, and Tabitha. As an adult, it's probably gonna be Niecy, Matthew, and Kenzie. Because I don't like to tell my friends things. I'm the person that keep everything to myself, but when I do feel like I need somebody to tell something to, it's gonna be Kenzie, Matt, and Niecy.
Okay.
Because I feel like they actually listen, give advice, and won't go run and tell my business. So
that's a plus.
Oh yeah.
That's definitely.
But won't throw it in your face in an argument or something like that. So
yeah, that ain't cool.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Nakia B.
That's me.
Miss
She
Honey.
dropped off.
Oh, she dropped off?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay, hold on.
Sorry, my sound had started doing something weird. You know, if I had to say somebody who would keep my secrets as a kid,
yes,
we was pretty good about keeping secrets. We just always knew who not to tell.
Probably Tasha. Tasha would
listen,
keep.
I love my cousin. God bless the dead baby. She was gonna tell everything. You hear me? Tasha was gonna tell everything.
Jelly and peanut butter sandwich. Tasha was gonna tell
You
it
really
all.
say, and for cheap, girl, you couldn't even hold out for something good. You just soon as we walked through the door, just Auntie.
I'll tell her I'll give you a jelly and peanut butter sandwich. Well, yeah, well, okay.
I got to the point she couldn't go outside with me no more. I'd rather stay in the house because she's gonna tell everything from the time you walked out the door. You know, I never really like had issues with people as far as like secrets and telling, but if I had to pick 2 people, I would say Nikki and Sherry, just because them 2, it's a lot of stuff that we're gonna be taking to the grave with us. And good times, bad times, whatever, certain stuff just never surface. So, but mostly I keep my own secrets. My grandma always told me the only way something gonna stay a secret is if don't nobody know but you.
Amen. You ain't never lied.
Yeah.
Why don't you just open them out? What about you, mommy?
Okay. Childhood friends. Steve-O, a young man from Red Hook, he passed on. He was my homeboy. And Steve-O was my ride or die friend. He was that friend that when I needed to do anything, he had my back. I could call him in the middle of the night, 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, and say, Steve-O, get up. I want you to drive me somewhere. And mind you, he wasn't my boyfriend or nothing like that. He was just a friend, a homie, right? And he would get up and he would go with me wherever it was I was trying to go. Thank you. Just to make sure that everything was all right and I was safe. And even when he would get mad because it's late night, he still never would let me go by myself. And what's so crazy, he used to call me pain in the butt, right? Because I used to always bug him in the middle of the night, come go with me. And my bishop called me rotten butt and pain in the butt now. And I always tell him he put me so much in the mind of my friend that, always had my back. And he always liked to be around. And, he was a positive person also overall, especially when you're living in a community with a bunch of people that could get you in trouble easy. He was the opposite. So one would be Steve-O. Let me speed up. Then Elaine, my friend, she passed. I used to talk to her about everything. We met up every day after school. And Elaine came from a big family and I came from a big family. But Elaine's mother didn't buy groceries all the time. So she used to like to come and eat, right? Everybody like to go where they gonna eat, right? And me and Elaine, we both love to eat, right? You gotta have a friend that like to eat if you like to eat. And we would sit and be telling each other all our business and eating up stuff all day, right? And, she was one of my first friends that I could really sit down and open up about different things as I'm growing up as a teenager. Because when you start growing into a teenager, that's when you become protective of yourself. Because certain people will chuck your business. You can't be telling everybody that you did this or that or you want to do or whatever because they'll tell, right? But she never did. And then we had another friend, and her name was Betty. And everybody hung at Betty's house. Betty's house was similar to mine. She came from a big family, but the only difference is they had a whole lot of family in one building. And when you went to visit them, it was always a house full. And I guess it reminded me of home. And she had a son, and we was able to, go and have fun with him too. And then I want to talk about Gail.
Mommy, we got like 15 questions.
Okay, I'm going to end on Gail from Pacific Street. She was a close friend too. I'm not going to name all my family, so me and her used to sit around and, just do fun stuff together. Go to the next question.
Next question is, who was your voice of reason friends?
Okay, so you got to name childhood and adulthood.
I was the voice of reason. They wasn't the voice of reason for me because they didn't know how to advocate. Let me dig deep because this one is hard. Let me see. Yeah, I don't think I have a voice of advocate because they not good. And I'm the one. I'm the one that's gonna be like, look, This is what we gonna say. This is what we gonna do. This makes sense. Don't say that. You be quiet and let me do the talking. Yeah, I'm gonna be the advocate. I don't have no advocate for myself. It's me. It's me. Cause they don't know how. No, it's gonna be me. I'm the advocate.
Miss Honey.
Childhood friend. My voice of reason would have been Larry. Larry, like he was committed to getting me on track when I was really going through some things and figuring myself out. That's the term I'm gonna use. But Larry, he ain't care nothing about my attitude. He ain't care nothing about nothing. He just owned me. Like, nope, this not you. Nope, you not doing this. Nope, 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 nope. As an adult, my friends try to be the voice of reason, but I'm hard headed and I'm gonna do what I want. So, like, they be telling me and they just brace themselves, and I be like, girl, I ain't did the right thing. Let me tell you what had happened. That's and they be like, but we talked about this. And I'm like, yeah, but I wasn't gonna listen. Like, I just be, hearing different opinions, but I'm hard headed. So
I wonder where we get that from.
Your turn, mommy.
Okay. My voice of reason friend first is Jackie. She was my junior high school friend. And she was the kind of person that if somebody was starting or something like that, she would say, come on, y'all, let's leave. And if it was somebody around who nobody really paid mind to, she will always be pretty much how I was, because I would talk to people nobody else would talk to. If you look at my channel, it's similar to the same even as an adult. I will talk to people that most people wouldn't talk to. And she was such a positive person. And
Mommy, that's the one who used to send me books.
The bird back.
she was always just nice. And she was one of my first friends that believed in God. When I was around her, my mother always taught us about God and the fear of God. Even as kids, I didn't always do the right thing, but I did know about Jesus and God. And she used to always be that friend that would be like, you better cut it out. God gonna get you. God gonna whip you. God gonna this. God gonna that. So she was, one. And then I'm gonna move on to my friend Carolyn. She was always, a positive influence. And then Sister Loretta, Malachi, and Bishop. They are my voice of reasons. They always are around to talk me off the ledge when I'll be ready to go all the way off. They always kind of come along and say it's not worth it, leave it, or, let's pray about it. Things like that. And then my friend Greg, he's a Marine. And I always admired him, just being somebody that he knew he would make it out. And if you know anything about growing up in the hood, your goal sometimes is to make it out and get your family out. And he always told me, I'm going to leave New York. I'm going to leave New York. And he did. And he lived in Raleigh, North Carolina. Who would have ever thought we both would have relocated to North Carolina? But he was a very positive person and, just real. So I would say Greg.
Okay, we're going to the next question.
Yes.
All right, the next question is, which one of your friends was the cook up the food friend?
As a child, or because as kids, none of us. As an adult, it's gonna be Matt. Matt gonna
Won't
cook it
he?
up. That's my best friend. Matt gonna cook it up. I might have to slide through there once I leave here. He gonna cook it up, from the fried chicken to the mac and cheese to the rice to the pork chops, to the breakfast. He gonna cook it up. So I'm gonna have to go with Matt. And he use seasoning. He not scared to use seasoning. And I like well-seasoned food. So, yeah. I'm going with Matt.
My cook it up friend. So first of all, childhood, and I know everybody's gonna be tired of hearing this one friend name. But let me tell you something. We used to play hooky, and we go to Larry's house, and Larry used to make this egg salad sandwich and throw some Doritos on the top of that sandwich. Baby, do you hear me? That was like, whoo, man. Now, as adults, all my friends burn. But two places I know I'm guaranteed to eat. First of all, Sherry, because I'd be like, girl, you gonna teach me how to make that rasta pasta? And I don't even really want to learn, but I know if I say it, she gonna make it. I probably ain't be able to use that no more after this. But Sherry, she gonna cook. You hear me? She gonna cook. She gonna make the jerk pork. Like she gonna do it. And Nikki gonna cook. Let me tell you, she made this white chocolate peach cheesecake. Baby, listen, she gonna whip it. Woo! So they're my two friends that could cook. Now my homegirl Jelly, she be cooking, but I ain't have none of her food. But I'm going down there in like 3 weeks. So your turn, Mama. Mama, you the cooking friend.
Yeah, I am the cooking friend.
Somebody know who might put a pot
My
in
friend Sonia.
Okay.
My friend Felicia. And my friend Greg. Greg could cook. Okay. And we can't forget Bishop. Bishop can cook too.
All right. You got the next question?
Yeah, I don't really understand it. Sorry, that's what threw me off. It says, who is your money tree friend that you never heard in the streets?
Okay. That means which one of your friends can you go to when you need $1? And they're not going to be telling everybody that you was broke and needed help. Because there's something when you got a friend and they know you struggling and then you ask for help and then they go tell everybody that they had to give you a couple dollars. Stop it.
I'm the type of person that's gonna struggle and get out the mud before I have to ask somebody. I don't even ask my mommy. So please, I do not. But if I just had to, it's probably gonna be Matt, my best friend, because we just been through so much stuff together. And we get each other and we know not to go online and tell each other business and to keep it within. So it's probably going to be Matt, and it's also probably going to be Niecy. Just the bond that we have, what she got, I know is mine's. What I have is hers. And we don't run the social media with stuff. So I'm going to have to say Matthew and Niecy.
Oh, say that social media part again. I can't stand people that everything go wrong. They got to go air it out on social media. Like they don't have nothing else to do with themselves, and people really give a crap.
For me, I would say, truthfully speaking, probably all my friends. See, the thing with me is I move around people. So if you is somebody I would consider friend, I can pretty much trust you with everything because you got half a time to look like you thinking about moving funny with me. We not gonna be friends. We not gonna be associates. We not. So I would say probably all my friends.
Okay.
What about you?
Well, I had a couple of friends that we was cut money buddies, that we could give each other money and we ain't hear it in the streets. Angie was one of my cut buddy friends. I'm not gonna name my cousins because again, I have so many cousins that we broke bread and looked out for each other. So I'm not gonna start naming my cousins and sisters and stuff like that because I'll be here all day. And then Greg was another one that would give me money and Steve if I needed it, and I never heard it in the streets or them telling people they had to look out. But that's sad when you go through that. Everybody have a rough ride every now and again, and I would like to believe if my ride was rough, you wasn't telling everybody. So those would be my two.
Okay.
Okay. Next question is, who was your first friend to have a child?
Ooh. I think my first friend to have a child, and we were in high school. Let me see. It's Niecy, and not the same Niecy I've been talking about. And we were all shocked because we was like, when did she even get a man? Because she was more of the goofy, quiet, not chasing boys. And she actually got pregnant with twins.
Wow.
So we were completely shocked. But my first friend to get pregnant was Niecy with twin girls.
Mm.
Yeah, and I believe we were 17. Yep.
I thought about this question long and hard because I was like, dang, who was it? Because I feel like we just hit that age and it was like, boop, 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 boop. But I'm going to say my friend Natasha was my first friend to have a baby, which was with my friend Larry. I think they was first because they son he grown to finish school, got his own place, got a job. Like,
What?
yes, I
Oh,
was
we
like,
old.
what?
Right.
Don't say that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that.
Oh. Oh my God.
I know. I was like, dang. Your turn, mama.
My first friend to get pregnant was Betty. She had a son. And we was all thinking we was grown, trying to be his new aunties. And she had him young. But yeah, that was my first friend to get pregnant.
Let me mix it up a little bit. Who was the friend that y'all thought would get pregnant first?
Oh, boy.
I'll go first.
Please.
Don't you
Please
start,
don't.
girl.
I'm going to have to go with Ruth. We all thought Ruth was going to be the first one to have a kid. And to this day, she's actually the only one that does not have a kid.
Wow,
so
look at that.
And I tell her, take your time, travel, take trips, live life. Do you before you have a kid. But yeah. What about you,
If I had
DeVar?
to say, if I had to pick, I probably would have said me. You know what? Because like all my friends were like more quiet, laid back, and I was like that, loud everywhere. Whew. But ain't God good all the time?
Amen.
Mommy.
What's the question?
No, don't try to escape. Who was the friend that y'all thought would get pregnant first?
Well, it definitely wasn't me.
Mm.
It wasn't me. Let me tell y'all something about me. I was the girl that was talking mess, acting like I was all of that, but I wasn't actually at the business pool at that moment. But I wanted to be down, so sometimes I would try to make them wonder, was I getting something? But I actually wasn't. But, geez.
I was one of the boys back then, so
I have a
jump
friend
gates.
that I went to junior high school with, Sheba. I always thought she was going to be the first one of us to have a baby, but she wasn't. She wasn't. She was very active, very young, and she was just in a different lane than everybody else. She was always older than herself, but like just more responsible than everybody and everything. And I always thought that Sheba would be the one to have a child first, but she didn't.
Gotcha. All right.
Okay. Which one of your friends had the coolest fashion? Oh no, wait, I skipped. Which friends made you laugh the hardest?
I'm gonna have to say Niecy, not the one pregnant with the twins. My other friend Niecy. Just cause we so much alike. Like she has such a free spirit. Don't care who's around, where we at, what time it is, and she is going to make you laugh. And she don't even be trying to crack a joke. She just be herself, and I'm on the floor in tears. And sometimes it's needed, especially after you done had a long day, whether it's with kids, with your job, you just been sad or depressed. You call Niecy and you're guaranteed a good laugh. So I'm gonna say Niecy. You might have to let the boy back in.
Why would she keep dropping off?
She said her phone.
Sorry, I got
Did
my
you
phone
hear
on
the
Do
question?
Not Disturb, but weather advisories are, I guess, above my Do Not Disturb, and apparently we might be getting a snow squall. That's so new. I seen one, last year? That's when it's like real heavy snow and it passed by really fast. But now they're saying, anyway, my friends who make me laugh the hardest. So, it's one of the newest additions to my friends. I call him Boy Me. His name is Jamie, and we work together. I love him so much. He's just cool. Let me tell you, he had me laugh so hard, I almost passed out. I was seeing spots. You hear me?
That's a good friend right there.
I couldn't even stop laughing. Like, oh my goodness. And I would probably say Jelly. When we be on video chat, she be having me with tears in my eyes. Between her accent and like she know me so well, she be like, I knew you weren't gonna do right, and all I could do is laugh. All I could do is laugh.
All right, mommy, what about you?
Oh boy, I gotta feel. If y'all know anything about me, I love to laugh. Excuse me. One of them is Mary Jane TV Creations. I don't know if y'all know her, but that lady is hilarious to me. But I will pick Aaron. Aaron He put me in the mind of Marlon Wayne. You could just look at him and just start laughing because you know he getting ready to say something crazy. And he don't even have to say nothing. You could just look up at him and he just be looking at you and you just bust out laughing because you know he's crazy. Like, I always loved Marlon Wayne. Out of all the Waynes, I think Marlon might be my favorite one because I always thought Marlon was a natural. He didn't have to be doing anything. When you looked at Marlon, something about him just made you bust out laughing. And Aaron was a little Marlon Wayne to me. He was hilarious. And then I have a friend, and her name is Angie. Oh my goodness, that girl. She was brutally honest. And anybody that's brutally honest sometimes is hilarious. And you couldn't tell her to go do nothing because if
No.
you went to do it, it wasn't going to turn out good.
Like that time she came to my school.
Oh, you got to tell them. Okay, let me start it and you finish, right? I have a friend, and she's like a sister. We grew up in the same building, right? And she was an auntie to my kids. So I was working, and I had started a new job, and my daughter had gotten in trouble at school, and I didn't want to take off. So why did I tell her or ask her? No, she volunteered. She said, well, if you want, I'll go up to the school and see what's going on at the school, right? I must have been desperate. I said, okay, you go up there and you call me after y'all, finish and let me know what happened. Take it from there.
So we get to the school, right? And I was suspended for laughing uncontrollably. I just the moment was I couldn't stop laughing. And my friend was coming out, and now it's our turn to go in. So first off, she ready to square up with my friend mama. She this big, my friend mama this big. Nonetheless, so we get in the office, and the guidance counselor is explaining to her why I was suspended. And pretty much, I'm gonna go with the clean version of it, but the teacher was called gay. And I don't know if it was the shock that it was said out loud because it was something nobody spoke about. If it was the shock on his face, I don't know. It was just I couldn't stop laughing. But so she's telling this to Aunt Angie, like, she did this, blah, 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 blah. And she looked that woman dead in the face and was like, but what's the problem? Ain't he gay? Oh man. Oh man. Oh man.
And then they sick of her at this point. You up there to try to help, not hurt, right? So they was, like, well, this or that. And then she going to tell the people, well, you better be glad her mama didn't come up here. Because if her mama would have come up here, it would have been worse. How much worse could it get? How much worse could it
I got a
get?
story about that if you want to hear it.
Huh?
I said, I got a story about how much worse it could get.
How much worse?
What happened when y'all came to my junior high school?
Oh, no. Don't tell that story.
Put out of school. Mm-mm. We know how much worse it could get.
Yeah, but that's a different thing, though. That's a different thing. When you going up to the school because somebody's bullying your child, things can get out of hand.
Yeah. One thing my mama gonna always do is have my back.
Yeah, I try. I'm just glad y'all ain't into nothing because I'm getting old now. I can't be out here dealing with all that drama.
You getting old. I'm getting old. Listen.
Stay out
I
of
ain't got
trouble.
energy for none of that. Mm-mm.
One thing that having a relationship with God will do for you is it will teach you how to evade some stuff. And the one thing that I learned how to do is get on about my business most of the time. I don't get as upset as I used to, as fast as I used to, because I did used to have a bad temper.
I'm still working on it.
Me too. Listen, I called mommy the other day, like, Mommy, I'm trying to hold it together. I prayed. It's not working fast enough. This girl got me ready.
Yeah, you sometimes have to ignore people. You know what I'm learning? kill them with kindness.
Sometimes it's
When
easier
people,
said than
yeah, it
done.
is easier said than done. When people try to like do things to bother me, I just get away from them. That's what I do. I just get away from them. I be like, you know what? It's not worth it. Go about your business. Don't put yourself in a situation to go through unnecessary stuff. There's a lot of people
Yeah.
that not alive today that probably would have been if they would have just went about their business and had a friend or so that would have said, you know what, you don't have to, go through that. There's people crazy out here, and you cannot be jumping off and popping off and thinking you bad because people ain't going the way they used to. You don't see people
Yeah.
getting laid down left and right. So if I can go about my business and pray and keep it moving, I tend to do just that. I don't like to have confusion around me. Too much confusion take place, I get away from it. Okay, let's move on. Which one of your friends would you have voted most likely to succeed?
I'm gonna go with Mia because Mia was always the brain of the group. She took college classes in high school. She took AP classes in high school. She actually works for Wells Fargo Bank now. But I'm gonna say Mia because she was always the brain of the group, the one that always wanted. Well, let's debate about it. Let's really dig deep. So I'm gonna say it's Mia.
For me, I would say probably between, so in high school there was a lot of like you had your honor rolls, your rankings for different scholarships and stuff like that, and it was always like the same people interchanging Oscar, Zalon, Malika, Sherry, like we was, so I would have picked any of them.
Okay.
Okay. For me, it was three, and all three of them did succeed. The one that was the Marine, Greg, my friend Jackie, and my friend Wanda. Wanda came from a very poor family, but one thing about Wanda's mom, she always encouraged them to educate themselves. Like growing up, Wanda didn't have much, but I'm proud to see that she grew up. She has degrees. She has a great job. She owns her own things, and I just always kind of seen that in her that she would be that young lady that break that cycle of poverty. You know how sometimes you just come from a hard time, and she broke the cycle of poverty, and she went to college, and she stayed in college where a lot of people went and dropped out. She stayed. She got her degrees on top of degrees, and she's doing good. My friend Jackie, I always knew she would be successful. She knew how to hold a dollar till it hollered, for one. She was that one friend that had money. She was not going to spend all the time. And back then, I used to save a lot too because I always wanted to be able to go if it was time to go somewhere. So I tried to keep me some money. So if my mother said, "You got money," I was like, "Yep." So she was likely to succeed, and she did. Which of your friends, excuse me, which one of your friends do you feel that you love their fashion? They dressed to impress, or something about them was trendy or catchy.
I'm gonna go with Kenzie because Kenzie, she gonna step out each time looking like one of them Instagram models, them influencers, and she know how to make a dollar stretch. She could look like $1 million and spend like $75 shoes included. So I'm gonna have to go with Kenzie. And she switch it up. She could be real girly girl. She could be sexy, tomboyish, graphic tees and Jordans. Her hair to her feet be on point. So I'm gonna say Kenzie.
Okay.
I'm gonna say, dang. First of all, my friends is too fly, but I'ma just say, Sherry and Nikki. First of all, Sherry out here with her locks purple and she is killing it. You hear me? And I love the fact with both of them, they are outside of the box, outside of your. Right now, Nikki got braids in her hair and she got the blonde going into the silver, and it looks nice. Nikki she could do some heels, baby. She haven't worn them in a long time, but she could do some heels. But they definitely, when we say we going out, I don't never need to do a wardrobe check first. I don't need to run by and see what you got going on. Like, they gonna show out, and I'm here for it.
Okay. My first friend, I gotta name a few because I can't name one because they all be fresh to death. My friend from junior high school, Renee Hall. She was the first young lady I hung around. She was from Flatbush, Brooklyn. And she was the first young lady I hung around that had all the hairstyles, all the clothes. And she just always looked nice. She could wear nothing and still look cute. And she always kept herself very particular. I mean, whenever she came, you knew she was coming through. She always looked really nice. Angie, she was another one. She had that Hollywood look, but she also could switch it up also and be urban. And then I'm gonna name my homeboy Flip. I like the way Flip dressed. He had a little style to himself that was different. And a nice little, vibe to himself. I'm not gonna name none of my kids' daddies or nothing, but one of them used to dress his behind off too. And Black Pearl. Black Pearl is like Diddy. He can bring it in every different direction and suit it up and boot it up. And
I could tell by the name.
Yes, Black Pearl was doing it, honey. He was wearing them shoes. And it's nothing like going out with a guy. He got on the funky shoes. You got to bring it. You can't go hang with him and you got no corny shoes. And he got on shoes in itself that's just making everybody just stop and look like, yo, check out his shoe. When the guy's shoe game is off the chain, he won my heart. He won my heart. And I'm going to say this one person, even though he's not my friend, but I cannot beat this live stream without saying Alex Doe. I know he my brother, and I said I wasn't going to name family, but I had to put him up there on the chart. Alex Doe can dress that tail off. Do you hear me?
My uncle, too fly.
Good die. So I'm gonna break one rule today and put him up there. He definitely can bring the noise. So ladies, if you go on a date with Alex, don't pull your clothes out. You hear me? And make sure you smell good too. Okay, next question.
Say the question, man.
You need a quick hairstyle. Who you calling?
Ruth. Ruth has been doing my hair probably over 15 years. The only person I really trust with my hair. So I'm gonna have to go with Ruth. She gonna get my hair silky smooth, silky straight each time. Clip my ends, even though I argue with her each time that I don't want my ends clipped because I be scared she gonna get scissor happy like the Dominicans. But I'm gonna go to Ruth. She gonna get me right each time.
All right.
For me,
Yourself.
you're right. I got trust issues with my hair, and I have a lot of hair. So typically it's gonna be me. But it's one person that I have consistently trusted with my hair, and that's my homegirl Bree. I'm tender headed, and she tolerates me and all of my. So she keep me right though. So if I had to go with somebody not me, it would be Bree.
Okay.
Okay. For me, my number one hairstylist was Niecy. God bless her soul. This young lady was the first person that taught me, because I can do hair too, y'all, and so can Miss Honey, to style a person's hair to fit their face. I don't care what style this girl put in my head, she made me pretty. She had me shining. I don't care what style she did. It just brought out every feature. She would have your eyes, it might be tight, but your eyes gonna be chinky and everything gonna look cute. She get ready to pull you together. You hear me? And
I loved when she would come do your hair because I wanted to see what kind of hairstyle she had. One time she had this blonde, layered, asymmetrical bob, and I was like, I'm getting that. When I grow up, I'm getting that.
She introduced me to color, y'all, because I didn't wear color. And she was the first one to put blonde in my hair and auburn and stuff like that, and, cut it and shave it and give me all those styles that was different. And when I would walk down the street, I was a walking billboard for this young lady because people would stop me and they would say, "Excuse me, where you got your hair done?" And you didn't even need clothes when Niecy finished with you because your hairstyle was your outfit, honey. You didn't need makeup, none of that. When she finished with you, you was all the way together. And then for adult, it would be Debbie. I can't leave this live stream without hollering at Debbie. Debbie can do some hair, and Debbie can wear some hairstyles. You hear me?
Yes.
Debbie can wear some hairstyles that you may not notice other people rocking, but it looked fly on her. And she do hair and she create her own styles to match her outfits because she's sew and she's into fashion and stuff. And I don't care what hairstyle this young lady put in her hair, she nails it. And when
Listen, my grandmama don't play. You hear me?
No, she throw down on some hair now. I can't take that from her. I mean, I done seen this young lady say, "I'm going to a party tonight," and go in her bathroom, and in an hour, put a fly hairstyle on her hair.
I'll never forget. I seen her do this afro. She took this curly hair and she was like, doop, doop, doop. She started plucking it. I was like, okay. I was like, oh. Because I wouldn't have looked at the hair and thought that it was beautiful. I was like, okay, godmama, I see what you did there.
Right. And when you can save some money because you don't have to be paying folks to do your hair and nails and all of that kind of stuff. Because if y'all notice, I'm not wearing nails. I said I'm going to give myself a break and save some money too. Like we be giving these people our money and carrying on, and half of the time they don't even appreciate it. And I'm becoming a little bit more mindful, and I'm stopping it. And I'm learning how to do things myself, even pedicures and stuff. I may go get those sometimes because the feet got to be on point. But even that, I know how to do my own pedicure. Push come to shove and shove come to push. I may be down there breathing hard, but I can get it together. Okay, go to the next one.
What question number we up to? Because I feel like I'm lost.
After you need a hairstyle, who you calling? You want me to go next?
Go ahead. What number are we up to?
I didn't number mine.
Oh, when you text them to me, your number's in. You don't feel good. Who you calling?
I would say Matt. Because Matt that's my best friend. He like the teddy bear. and he knows everything about me. So he know even if I be like, I don't feel good, I'm just gonna lay down. He know like, let me see what I can bring her, try to cheer her up. Let me see what. And you would think he a pharmacist. Any symptom you got him like, oh yeah, you might want to take this. Let me send you a picture of what to get. You want me to order it on Walmart for you? So I'm gonna say Meg, because he gonna tell you what you got. He gonna diagnose you. When you tell him what symptoms you have, he gonna tell you what medicine to take, what to eat, what not to eat. You need me to stop by? You need me to? Yeah, man. That's why he's my best friend.
I love my friends. I have some of the absolute most amazing friends in the world. But first of all, when I don't feel well, I am a level 10 baby. I'm a level 10 baby.
Yeah.
And if I gotta call somebody that is gonna appropriately baby me, none of my friends make the list. Not man, zero, one of them make the list. You hear me? Zero. I'm gonna either call my man or I'm gonna call my mama. That's it.
And she ain't lied. She did not lie. Let me tell you something about these young ladies, right? They spoil bad too. And Miss Honey is the oldest, right? But she the baby.
Mm-hmm.
She the baby. She is gonna milk it for all it's worth too.
And I am.
She's gonna milk it for all it's worth. Nakia B, she's more like her dad. She's the type that she'll be sick and she'll just sit back and suffer until the last minute.
And no one will never know.
Right.
I would never call or text.
Miss Honey is like,
nope.
She don't feel good. She's just gonna start being annoying after a while. And I do the same thing. I start being annoying.
Listen, when I don't feel good, first of all, I have meltdowns on a regular basis. I be telling my friends, my coworkers, listen, I still call my mama on a regular, Mom, hyperventilating. Listen, I love my friends, but when I hit past a certain level, I need my mother.
Drama queen, y'all hear me?
And I am.
Apple don't fall too far from the tree. I'm a different apple.
You remember that time my gallbladder started hurting in there? Oh my goodness.
No, that's some pain that I wouldn't wish on my worst enemy.
Listen, I was trying at first. I was finger waving mommy here. We was going. It was, and I was like, all right. Then the pain started hitting a little bit. I tried to like shift my weight, try to sip a little bit of water.
It was giving me chest pains and everything.
Boom, boom, boom. I was like, mommy.
Yeah, that moment you want to be dramatic.
And then don't forget, just crying down to the ground. Call the ambulance. I think she was
it was hurting. They got me to the hospital.
It's worse than
I was still hollering. That gallbladder hit different.
One, get this woman. I can't do nothing for you in here. If you hurting that bad, you need some help that's outside the household.
I hate going to the hospital though. I hate it. Like I really gotta feel like I might die if I don't go before I go.
This girl, okay, for me, it would be Bishop Malachi and Sonia. And the reason being is because every last one of them is going to start praying first. And whenever I don't feel good, I want somebody that's going to say, Father, cast it out right now, whatever it is. And they are going to start praying like nobody's business whenever I don't feel good. And I know I said I wasn't going to say family, but comes then, she's another one that's going to start praying. And I know the power of prayer. So whenever I don't feel good, I'm calling my praying friends, and I know they're going to start interceding right away. So y'all make sure y'all keep your praying friends on speed dial. My girls, I don't even count them because they definitely going to be the one I call before I call anybody. So I'm not even going to name them because they know I'm a pain in the behind too. I start to, Oh,
You done turned me into you. First of all, one of the
I'll
last
be
times your
over.
asthma was bothering you, and I called you 2 days, and you didn't answer or text. I said, if I call mommy phone one more time and she don't answer, I'm calling Janine. She gonna have to swing by
I'll
mommy
be
because
so
mommy.
over it.
Yeah,
So
I be upset
over it.
when mommy don't answer her phone. Like, who,
first of all, if
your
you
daughter
have,
calling? Why are you not answering your
when you
phone?
fall asleep, you be so glad to be peaceful, right? And I be done lower that volume on that ringer on that phone. Y'all ain't about to wake me up and I have a hard time going to sleep. I can't breathe. I'm propped up. I'm moving around. And then every time I feel like I'm a nod off, I wake back up because you know when you got a medical breathing problem, you don't even want to go to sleep. So once I pass
No,
out, that's it.
no.
To make me remember Roger from What's Happening. Mama, I can't breathe. I can't breathe. Y'all ain't getting ready to disturb me. Okay. It's time for a road trip. Who you taking?
Okay, wait. Because I have different sets of friends, because you know how you can mix all of them together or the trip will go completely wrong.
Never mind.
Yes.
So normally it's me, Mia, and Ruth. And Mia, the bougie one. So she want to be in the extravagant hotel and get the extravagant rental and things like that. So that's one. That's the first group. The second group gonna have to be with Nisi included, because every time we link up is nothing but fun. No sleep, no sleep. Worry about that when you get back home.
Yeah,
It's just straight fun games. We might jump from city to city, state to state. So I'm saying Nisi.
For me, firstly, I'm gonna say Dre because Dre the plug. He know everything, everywhere, and everybody. So we gonna have a good time. It don't even matter where. With his little, he retired from DJing, but you know, but with his experience DJing and stuff like that, he kind of know what to look for in fun spots and places. So it would be him, and it would be it's gonna be Sherry and Nikki. Cause we go in peace and to have a good time. But in the event that
Mm-hmm.
something stop giving what it's supposed to have gave, and we about to have to tear it up, baby. We gonna tear it up.
You know you covered.
You gotta have a couple of
But you know you always got that one friend that's not gonna fight.
Yeah.
No, I don't, because you can't be my
You
friend
don't
no
even
more.
get
No.
mad at
No.
them. You just know that's just how they are. So you don't.
You back there holding pocketbooks and we over here snatching off wigs. You can't hang with us no more. No. Mm-mm. No. No.
Okay, my turn.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we going on a road trip. I can't name my cousins
Nope.
because I'm going with them. But okay, we gonna pick somebody else because you know everybody got them cousins, and especially if you grew up with some, that y'all just get together and have fun and tear it up. So I'm not naming none of y'all. So I gotta name somebody else. I'm gonna start with my homeboy. I want to hang out with John. John is laid back. He cool. He gonna have his own money. Let's say it again. He gonna have his own money. Cause you ain't getting ready to hang out with me if you don't have your own money. I'm not getting ready to have to keep paying for you the whole time we partying and having a good time.
You'll be back at that hotel.
You'll be
got
hungry.
that friend who ain't never
No.
got no money and they want to party harder than you on your dime. So he keep his pocket right. So me and John get ready to hang. And then we might as well throw Sonia on up in the mix. She got her own piece of change and she keep herself together. So she fun. She's a lot of good times. And then we gonna say Let me see. Oh, we cannot not take Angie.
Ugh.
We cannot
Yes, we
not take
can.
Might
Angie.
be going to
Yes, we
jail.
If you want to have fun, even though she getting ready to get in trouble 9 times out of 10, but this girl, I'll be cracking up off of her. And she is a partier. If you're going to have fun, you definitely going to have her in the car. Because she's going to have you laughing the whole way. You're not going to sleep if you're driving. She's going to talk and keep you up the whole way there and back. So she definitely would be in the car. Okay, next question.
I don't think we got the same list, mommy.
You want me to ask the rest?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
It's a lot more.
No.
No.
Name 3 intelligent people that if you had a job interview and they told you to give them 3 references, who would those 3 references be?
I always put Mia, my friend Kiana, and my friend Christy, because the other ones, I don't know what they might got on their voicemail just in case the employer have to leave them a message. I don't know if they're gonna pick up the phone yelling at kids. I don't know if they're gonna pick up the phone saying, "Who is this?" being rude or ghetto or nothing like that. So I picked those 3 because they have that customer service voice. They have etiquette, and they're not going to be using slang and all that, speaking to an employer, and they're going to be very professional, and they're going to lie and make me sound good, but in a very good way. Right. So I'm going to pick those 3.
Sound me.
Mm-hmm.
My 3. First of all, off the bat, it's always Nikki, because me and Nikki have been doing this for each other forever. First of all, and we have those customer service telerep voices that we just, good afternoon, how are you today? Yes, so we've been doing this. We got our stories. Me and Nikki have been lifing together so long. We have stories and scenarios planned out for everything. All I have to say is, girl, I use you as a reference. She don't need to ask no questions because we already know what the story is.
Then what they going?
Girl, I was with you yesterday, right? That's it. Like we got this together. Like, so she would be number 1. I always use Sherry. Sherry is, she's very reliable, and she's not gonna answer the phone like City Morgue, you kill him, we chill him. She's not gonna do that.
Right.
And even though we said we're not gonna use family. My sister Cassandra, she, first of all, whatever it is you need, you say, like, she is always down for the get down. She will be whoever you need her to be. She don't even have to be herself. She'll be like, say you this person, and she is, and all the time, guaranteed. So that would be my 3.
Uh-oh. Okay. We said intelligent, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, God.
Okay, because let's make sure we're not calling people that's going to get on the phone trying to look important and just be sounding crazy, right? So first I'm going to pick Bishop because he's going to talk like a gentleman, and they're going to be like, oh, who was that? They always do that. Leave that poor man alone. Then it's going to be Malachi. Malachi has a good attitude, and he's going to engage and talk and just be very pleasant. And 9 times out of 10, they're going to be like, wow, he was very nice to talk to. So those are the kind of people I would pick. And then I would pick Black Pearl. Black Pearl is laid back, and he have a very professional tone and mannerism, and he speaks well. So I would pick those 3.
Okay.
Okay. Now we're going to go to the heavens, because we cannot not remember those that went to the heavens, gone too soon but not forgotten, out of all our friends. So, which one of your friends from childhood to adulthood has gone to the heavens, but they're not forgotten and you miss them?
Fortunately, I haven't lost any close friends, childhood, high school. I'm fortunate enough to haven't lost any friends that I was just extremely close to, which is surprising, especially coming from Brooklyn. I haven't lost none of my childhood friends, and I'm thankful for it. Um, so yeah, I don't have anyone.
That's a blessing.
It is.
Mm-hmm.
How about you, Miss Honey?
I'm gonna go with three people. Uh, the first one is Raquel, and she. So we had like our little group, and we was SWFV, Sisters with Fake Voices, and we would just walk around singing, sounding just as ratchet as we wanted to. And she was younger, but she was like really the voice of reason when we would have discord. Like she was all about fixing it, letting stuff go. Like we sisters, and like that love, like you can't even replace that. Um, my second one, I'm gonna say Saquon. That really was a hard one. Um, but we had one of them. He was another one of them people who didn't care nothing about my attitude. So he would really tell me about myself. And for me, being somebody that is very strong minded, strong willed, strong spirited, I always value people who are not afraid to speak to me. Like, you could check me, don't disrespect me, don't abuse me, but you can tell me about myself. I'll be reasonable at some point in the future when your words thinking, probably not right now, but I hear what you say. And like we really was like bosom buddies for the longest. Walk in the stadium when he had to get into weight for basketball or football or whatever. He knew all the tea. He knew more of the tea than me. And he will definitely be missed.
Yes.
And last and certainly not least, one of my best friends, Jennifer, also my daughter's godmother. She was that friend. Even if I was wrong, I was right. She was gonna ride with me. She don't care. She don't care. She don't care. I could be wrong as yesterday on tomorrow. And no, my bestie's still right. Like she was unlimited support. Like you can't even imagine. From high school till December. I look through my Facebook and it's like every day on my memories is something with her. My daughter, Janaya, her name is Jennifer and Nakaya mashed together. So she is greatly missed. That one is still fresh and I'm still, processing, but I miss you, girl.
All the people you just named, it was very sensitive for me as well, because these was her childhood friends, and all of their childhood friends was my kids, or like nieces and nephews to me also. I always tried to make it a habit of knowing who their friends were, and all their friends knew who I was. And, all of them, I knew each and every last one of them since they were children. And she right, it was very hard to see every last one of them pass. Excuse me. Okay, I'm gonna name mine and we're gonna close this on out.
There's one more question, mommy.
Okay, let me name mine and then you can go to that.
Okay.
Because I had more, but I don't want to just last too long.
Right.
Oh, I'm gonna do one more after this one, and then after you do that one, I'll close it out. Um, I have to start with Big Mama. I have so many friends from New York City, but when I came to Charlotte, North Carolina, I was very particular about meeting new people and trying to be cool with them because I really don't believe in just rocking with everybody. And I met Big Mama. Her name was Loretta. She was an older lady, a Christian woman, and her mom and her family. And they just took me on as one of their own family members. And when I moved to Columbia, when I got married, I left Nakia B in Charlotte. She wanted to stay in this home. And Big Mama made sure her, as well as her child, was safe and sound. And Big Mama went on to the heavens. And I miss her so much because being in Charlotte, Big Mama was my family, away from family. And she also was someone that was very spiritual. And I had strayed from church. I was broken in a church because it was so much dysfunction. But every time I would be around Big Mama, she heard the Holy Spirit in my belly by the words I was speaking to the atmosphere. Out of the mouth speaks the abundance of the heart. And she would always tell me, you need to get back in church, girl. You anointed, God want to use you. You gotta do this, you gotta do that, but you gotta you let him use you. Turn that stuff over and let him use you. And I did, start going back to church and understanding that just because a person is Christian, it don't make them perfect. And people gonna do wrong things. So, big up to the Big Mama for being a big mama to me and my family. And then I'm gonna say Miss Barbara. Miss Barbara was from Brooklyn. And she was like a second mom. That's Constance's mother. And Miss Barbara was one of them mothers that she was always willing to ride it out with you. And I was close to Constance, but I would go hang out with her mother without her. And we would just sit and talk for hours and laugh and vibe. And all my friends' mothers, for some reason, I always would go check them even without my friends. But me and Miss Barbara, Mama Barbara, we had just a whole nother type of relationship and bond. And I miss her, just being able to just talk about anything. If you can call somebody up just to say, hey, that's big. And her, and it was another lady named Miss Rice. And, she too. I don't know why I like older friends. If you notice when I talk about people that mean a lot to me, it's always people that was older than me. I don't know why I always admired the wisdom of the elders. And I always had an old soul. So I would name those because I have a lot of younger friends also, but I want to give honor to the elders. Okay, where's Miss Honey? Okay, Miss Honey.
It was the one that we had talked about, the friends that you have never met, but y'all are super close, like you met on the internet.
Oh yeah. Okay.
I have two,
Okay.
but wait, let Janae go first. Go ahead. Friends that you have
No,
not
go
met in
ahead,
person,
because
but y'all.
you look excited. Go ahead, I'll go next.
I have two. One, she my cousin now. We adopted each other, and we cousins. Her name is Simone. Mooney in the middle. Where she at in the middle? And I think we have been internet friends like probably like 15 years. Like when I say close, I was telling her that Janaya wants to go to Howard. And she was like, well, you could use my address because I live in the DMV. So you could get like in-town preferential versus out of state preferential. And I was like, yes, cousin. And my other one is Jelly. And I know y'all like, yeah, you've been mentioning her name like 10 times, but we are meeting in person for the first time when I go down for her birthday in a couple of weeks. But we've been friends on the internet probably like, I don't know, 7 years, 8 years. That is my girl. Listen, we talk every day. And if we miss a couple of days, we be like, girl, what was we doing? It's when I take my lunch break. Hey girl, 3 o'clock in the morning, when I know that she getting up for work, here I go. That is my girl. Like, it's good people on the internet. Like, it's some
Yeah.
crazy ones too, but I have been fortunate to meet a few. Oh, and my homeboy Yogi, I can't forget Jonathan. Listen, when I tell you he will ride for you, like he don't even got to know you. Like, don't get on no post trying to talk crazy to me, because here he comes and he gonna act a fool. That's my boy. Hey Yogi.
Aw.
Let me see, because Niecy and Kia started off as internet friends, and now those are like my sisters for life. So I'm probably gonna have to say Lele. Hey Lele. She's in Atlanta, and that's only a couple hours away. The last time I went to Atlanta, she was on a trip somewhere else, so I didn't get to link with her. But I'm gonna say it's Lele. It actually started from the kids' Instagram pages. If y'all don't know, I have a daughter, Janessa, and she has her own Instagram page. She's 10 now. I started it at 3. So me and Lele go back. She don't have kids, but she have her little sister up there. We became close on there, and then follow each other from my personal pages and things like that. She actually is an entrepreneur. She started a business. And if y'all don't know, I love Crocs. I have like 15 pairs of Crocs. She customized Crocs. I mean, like no other. She got some celebrities, kids that she done send Crocs to. It's crack out with Lay. So yeah, she is funny, smart, business oriented, and she know how to get laid and turn up. What else do you need? So yeah, that's my little internet friend.
Okay, let's see. I'm not going to pick anybody from YouTube because I have so many of you that I just vibe with and enjoy, and I don't want nobody to feel no type of way. So I'm not going to pick anybody from YouTube. So I'm going to pick my friend Al. I have a friend named Al, and I met him on Tango, and he's an amazing person and nice and respectful and just a cool person. If y'all notice, I like men. I don't know why. I always love to be around men and the company of men. I am that woman that love men. And he's a very nice person and just real. And I like people that's real. They're going to tell you like it is, and they're going to be there for you if you need them. And we may not talk sometime for months. And then out of nowhere, one of us will just be like, hey, how you doing or whatever. And then we may, be right back at it for a while. And then we may not talk again for a while. But whenever we reach out, we always right there. It's no, oh, where were you and what were you doing? We just have that type of vibe with each other where we understand folks have things to do. Mm-hmm. And he's a really cool person. So shout out to all our internet friends that we met and never seen in person, but still have a connection.
All right.
Okay. I'm going to get ready to close this out. And I just want to say this before I close. YouTube has been a blessing in so many ways. There have been times on YouTube when I felt discouraged, but there have been so many amazing, exciting, exceptionally good experiences here also. And some of you may already know that I came from Mary Jane TV Creations channel. And I was on that channel and I decided to branch out on my own. So I cannot leave this live stream without saying shout out to Mary Jane TV Creations up in here, because she just has something about her when she did her live stream that gave me that drive to want to have fun and have my own channel. And I admire the fact that she allowed me to do that, and we're still good friends. I don't go to her channel every day. She don't come to mine. But I love the fact that she understands that love is still love. And the last question that I have is, what kind of people, wait, let me get it right. What type of characteristics do you look to obtain in a friendship? What do you look for? What do you look for from your friends?
Loyalty. That's key. Cause like loyalty, trust, respect, honesty, accepts criticism, and know when to apologize when wrong. Because you have some people that they're never wrong, they're never in the wrong, and people like that, we can't be friends. It'll never work. Because how are you growing if you don't see where other people are coming from and change and grow from that? As well as since I've become older, I now look and see what type of respect they have for like their parents and family as well, because I've come in contact with somebody that was cool, met them at work, went to one of their family events, and the way they were speaking to their mom, I was like, oh yeah, no, this ain't gonna work. This not gonna work. Like, I was literally sitting there like, that's their mom, right? That's their mom they talking to like that. So you have to have some type of respect for your parent or for the person that raised you, as well as, this is key. I repeat, this is key. You have to take care of your kids. That's number one for me. If you going out every weekend, we going to brunch, and you never taking your kids nowhere, or you always dropping them off at the grandparents' house, we can't be friends. Because I like to take my kids out. I like to spend time with my kids, as well as I like my personal time too. Don't get that wrong. I love me some me time. But if you don't do right by your kids, I feel like I'm enabling that. If I say, hey, let's go get our nails done, let's go for a few drinks, let's go take a trip, I feel like I'm pulling some of that away from money or time you could be spending with your kids. So that's a no-no.
Yes, all those things. All those things. For me, all those things. Like, you have to be a good person, right? Because the thing about me, I am a very protective person. And so as my friend, anything that you're getting into, I'm gonna have your back, or I'm gonna try to have your back, or I'm gonna want to have your back. And if you out here just doing foolishness, we're not gonna work out. So just being a good person is important to me. Being authentic, right? Because I need to know, like, who are you? Because if you out here trying to be everybody, I really don't know who I'm friends with at this point. Who are you today?
Right.
Um, and reciprocity. Like, you gotta give back what you getting from me. Like, I can't pour everything into you and you're just taking and not giving back. I don't say that to say, if I call you today, then you have to call me tomorrow. But if I'm doing all the calling, I can promise you we about to not speak, because I'm gonna stop calling.
Amen. Amen.
You know, like, it has to be a give and take. I think those are like my main things. Everything Janae said plus those.
Well, I have one more thing to add to it, and they have to understand that I'm here for you even when I'm not here for you. Meaning, there's times where I'm always that person that all my friends come to with their problems and stuff, and it starts messing up my energy. Like, I start feeling depressed, and I'm just like, ain't nothing even going on with me. Well, I'm feeling like, and I have to draw myself back, and I need space sometimes. So even if you used to text me on a regular, and I'm taking a little bit of space, I need my friends to understand she's not trying to avoid us or be mean to us. She just needs time to get her energy back up and in a good spirit, because it really brings me down, and I have to just put my phone on do not disturb, get off social media for a few days, and then bring it back. And I need them to understand, when I bring it back, don't bring your problems back. Give me some time.
Mommy, is this not the conversation that I have done had with you? This exact, literally,
I'm like, it really drains my energy, and I'm like, why am I so sad?
Energy vampires. Oh, stop yourself.
That one, that's the one.
Energy vampire. Stop being a blood sucker. Okay. For me, the most important thing that I look for in my friends that I would say attract me is when I see the Holy Spirit in people. I don't know what it is, when I can see that you don't have to be perfect, because some people think because you love God, you got to be perfect. You don't have to be perfect. But if I see that God is in your life and he's moving and he's changing you and you encouraging people and trying to, bring somebody else to soul to him, that kind of like makes me warm. I love to see people that really love God. So that would be one thing. And then also somebody that's a good listener, that will give sound advice, not always something that's going to make matters worse. Somebody that's loyal, they your friend. Even when you not in front of their face, they your friend. They not going to let nobody talk bad about you, and they sitting there. That type of friend. Because that's the kind of friend I am. If somebody says something about you and I like you, oh no, I'm getting ready to defend you by every means possible. So that as well. Somebody that's giving, because I am so giving to people that I love and care about. So I like to, be around people that give it back too. Don't just suck, take, but you can never give it back. And no, I don't mean because I give you something, you got to give me something. That's not what I'm saying. But what I am saying is sometimes have enough sense not to just freeload and come around for what you can get, and instead be a cheerful giver every now and again too. So you got to have a sense of humor, and you got to be dependable. And the last thing is on time. Be on time. Anybody that know me know if you late all the time, you get ready to get on my last good nerve. Don't even laugh, Miss Honey, because I'm ready to snatch you up the street. Thank God she was on time today. But
I was early.
Pet peeve of
I was early because I ain't want to hear nothing.
Being late all the
Listen.
How is you always
listen?
I'm working on it. Time. I don't understand.
I'm working on it. Listen. I'm working on it. They working on it with me. We's working on my timeliness. And I feel like I'm improving substantially.
Okay, ladies, we got to wrap this up. So what we're going to do now, we're going to give a last word. So everybody give a last word to friends and anything that you want to say before we close out. This is the time to say it.
All right. So I just want to say to my friends, even my friends that I call family, I appreciate y'all. Especially because I'm a Taurus, so I have my mood swings, and I feel like I always want to be, how do I say this?
Mean.
No.
Yes.
Miss
No, I've come a long way, because everybody always tell me, you just have this look where I thought you was going to be mean, but you're so nice, so cool. So I don't want to hear. But I just want to say thank you for putting up with me in my ways, in my mouth that I get from my mom.
No, you don't.
I just want to say I appreciate y'all. And I just want to say, for any newbies that potentially want to be my friend, I don't want any new friends. Sorry. These new people out here are weird and have alternative motives and I watch too much Snapped and all that true
Yeah.
crime stuff nowadays. So I will not be accepting any new friends, but I do appreciate and love the ones that I have because they solid, been here since day one, haven't turned on me, haven't put my business on social media, and I know I can always depend on them.
Okay. I just want to say to my friends, the ones who made the video, the ones who didn't, I appreciate y'all for really just being in a world where people are constantly getting stabbed in the back, betrayed, let down, feel like they don't have anybody to turn to. I genuinely don't have that issue. I have been blessed and fortunate enough to have some amazing friends. And although this uh, stream, the assignment was not to name family, I still want to say shout out to the family that I choose for friends because I wouldn't say that about everything. My cousin Danielle, I love you. He check on me, I check on him. We recognize like something was disconnected, and we really been working on that bond. My sister Cassandra and Sharon, Janae, my mama. Let me tell y'all, mommy don't want to talk about family, but I talk to my mother every single day, every day. I start my day off talking to my mama. I end my day off talking to my mama. And if anything go wrong between point A and point B, I'm gonna call my mama. Mommy, I love you. Thank you for being one of my best friends.
I love you girls more than life. I'm so grateful that I am chosen to be you ladies' mom.
And you know I love her because I'm on this stream for over 2 hours and I done got a tooth pulled and my mouth is killing me and I'm still up here. So this is how much you know that I love my mom.
Listen, butt cheek over here going numb, but I'm still rocking and streaming.
Okay. And I appreciate everybody that support my mom on this YouTube platform as well because I know it's not easy, but y'all strive and y'all push her to keep going. So we appreciate you guys on this live stream as well.
I want to say this before I get out of here, guys. Just thank you all that come in and support me. Thank you to all that watch me on the playback. Thank you all that leave such amazing comments. Thank you all that stop by and just say, hey, check out my community wall. There's always something on there to put a smile on your face. And if you are sitting in this live stream and you have not already joined this channel, make sure you subscribe and ring that bell. We got a lot of amazing topics coming up, mukbangs coming up, and we look to have a lot of fun. I want to say to all of you that's in the stream that I did not get a chance to converse with today, thank you for still hanging in here with me and standing by. For those of you that may have left already, thank you for coming. And I want us to show y'all our art so that y'all can see what we did. I will complete mine offline because I was too busy eating. Vegetables and fruits was good.
And I can't eat.
And
Amazon messed up my package.
I'm going to finish them and then I'm going to post them for everyone to see. This is mine. It's a queen. We decided to use the queen so that we can all have what we represent as queens. So shout out to all y'all queens out there.
Oh.
That is
fabulous.
You better.
You was painting.
Oh, yeah.
You did that.
And my closing words is going to be, in order to be a friend, you have to present yourself friend-like. So if you have still hung in here or you want to play back and have watched this all the way to this point, thank you. Thank you for being a friend. In Betty White voice. I love you.
Thank you.
And to Nakia B and Miss Honey, thank you.
Dinner on you one day next week.
I see you all.